Then you go take those 50 strikes. Since Empress values serving tea so much, then you shall be the one to serve me tea. A Yigu.
Who knew the cold emperor would become my shield? Before that, I was just a lowly laundry maid. From CEO to slave, what a demotion. This matron can't break me. If I'm stuck here, I'm running the show.
I won't be a lowly maid. I want to be promoted. I want to be the queen.
The worst part isn't the work, it's this face. I'm stuck with the exact same look as the subordinate who stabbed me in the back. If I'm going to be stuck in this era, I might as well aim for the corner office of the Forbidden City. I was kneeling there, expecting some ancient poetry test, when the emperor dropped a line that sounded like a secret handshake from a 21st century spy movie. My brain short-circuited for a second.
Young lady, listen closely. King of Heaven conquers the Tiger of Earth.
Corporate reflex kicked in before I could think. I fired back the only logical response, watching his eyes widen. We weren't just two people in a palace. We were two survivors of the same grind.
Is 180 per cup.
The realization hit us both at once. We swapped bodies, and he ended up as the ruler of the nation while I was scrubbing socks. He's the emperor now, but still the same Xiao Yanzhi. We need a new partnership to survive.
You handle the people around me. I'll make you Empress. And then we swap our bodies back. Deal?
A merger for survival. I agreed, knowing full well that in this palace, HR doesn't exist to protect you. Our wedding night was a total disaster. He was acting like a monster, and I was just trying to keep my sanity. The power dynamic in this body swap is seriously skewed.
Xiao Yanzhi. Xiao Yanzhi.
No honeymoon, just a hostile takeover. As noble consort, I'm getting justice. Time for that matron to taste her own medicine.
You alone must wash all the clothes in the entire palace. If there's one single stain, you'll take 50 strikes.
Watching her beg for mercy was more satisfying than any quarterly bonus I ever received. But the real shocks are in the inner court. The Empress tried to frame me for being disrespectful the moment I walked in. She even smashed a teacup just to have an excuse to lash out.
Nothing but filth from your mouth. Guards, drag this vile woman out and give her 50 lashes.
I stood my ground, using every bit of my corporate negotiation skills to buy time. Just as the gods moved in, the Emperor made his move. Xiao Yanzi didn't just walk in, he took over the room. He turned her own obsession with tea service against her in the most humiliating way possible.
Then you go take those 50 strikes. Since Empress values serving tea so much, then you shall be the one to serve me tea.
He's still clumsy, hiccuping during court. I couldn't stop laughing until he retaliated.
Wandeng, I command you to review the memorials for me. If you don't finish, get out of Xinzheku.
He dumped a mountain of scrolls on me, thinking I'd struggle. He clearly forgot who ran the most efficient department in our old firm. I finished his work in one night. He needs to step up to be CEO.
As expected of a tech CEO, in just one night, she finished all the work that's given me a headache for weeks.
We're starting to find our rhythm, but the deeper we go, the more I realize this palace is full of traps. Can we really trust each other when the stakes are this high? Or will one of us decide that being the only ruler is better than sharing the crown?
Tea? Who are you calling the queen?
The traps in this palace are everywhere, and right now, the biggest one is sitting across from me holding a teacup. Xiao Yanzhi thinks he's being clever, playing the role of the doting husband, while he probably has itching powder hidden in his sleeve. Trust is a luxury I can't afford when my business partner is a literal emperor with a god complex. He's looking at me with that fake smile, trying to bait me into a mistake.
Are you crazy? There are no planes in ancient times. Come on, drink up! Cheers!
He's trying to force my hand, literally. If this were a corporate negotiation, I'd have called security by now. But since I'm stuck in this silk-wrapped nightmare, I have to use what I have, modern distractions. I pointed at the sky, hoping his ancient brain would stall for a second. It's a cheap trick, but in this era, it's practically magic. He didn't buy it for long, but it gave me just enough time to swap the cups. Watching him drink that tea beats any corporate victory. That's for the overtime and the socks. Who's the boss now?
The premium tea is hurting people. The premium tea is hurting people. The premium tea is hurting people. The premium tea is hurting people.
He's hyperventilating. Grudges aside, if he dies in my body, I'm stuck as a maid. I refuse that path.
Help me. It hurts.
The sharks are here. They want me liquidated. Explaining first aid to them is like explaining blockchain to cavemen.
Get over here. Come here. I said get over here.
Escaping a dowager was one thing, but dealing with the physical reality of this body swap is a whole different HR nightmare. I was just trying to take a bath and get some privacy, but Xiao Yanzhi in my body walked in like he owned the place. It's technically his room, but that's my skin he's touching. He had the audacity to critique my physique while I was standing there in his imperial robes. The sheer lack of professional boundaries is staggering.
This is my body. Not only will I look, but I'll touch it too.
The Empress is back. If she catches us like this, our merger is over. We have to move fast.
You lowly servant. How dare you block my way? Nanny Zhang.
We needed to blow off steam with drinking games. For a moment, we were just colleagues, not souls in the wrong bodies.
I won! Drink up!
The Empress is bullying me with etiquette. I'll play the game, but I won't make it easy.
Forgive my rudeness. I didn't know the Empress Your Ladyship was here.
She went after my stuff. Nobody touches my team. If she wants a fight, I'll give her a wool.
Just a servant. Yet you dare speak like that to me?
Xiao Yanji arrived and went for the jugular, ruthless and efficient, just like a CEO.
Guards, take Nanny Zong out and execute him.
Xiao Yangzhi is experiencing period cramps poetic justice. He made me work through this, now he lives it.
Put on your shoes. Put them on. Don't look like you want to hit someone just because of your period.
Back on my feet. The Empress tries to dampen my mood, but I've already rewritten the script. I'm the upgrade.
Someone right in front of me.
The real power is watching. What is Xiao Yanji hiding? What if the Dowager finds out?
Why such a fierce temper?
The Empress might be losing her grip, but the shadows in this palace are getting crowded. And the biggest shadow just walked in, Prince Xiao Jingji. I was so stressed by his arrival that I actually slapped a maid, which is terrible for my corporate image, but I'm on edge. Great, the prince is already questioning my imperial temperament. I need to keep it together before this border patrolling shark realizes a CEO is running the show.
Is that something dirty? On her back?
A biological leak crashed the party. I tried to exit, but the Empress sees everything. It's a code red. The prince offered an escort, the last thing I need right now. Xiao Yangzhi is flirting with his own brother in my body. The unprofessionalism is off the charts.
What a handsome face. I didn't get enough at court this morning. You look even better up close.
He's touching his chin. If he ruins my reputation as a dignified consort with his thirsty behavior, I'm going to liquidate his assets the moment we swap back. He has zero boundaries. I lost my temper and threw an antique at his head.
Don't drop that. That's an antique.
My personal space is worth more than a vase. He's lucky I missed his face. The Empress and Zhang are plotting a takeover. Their partnership is more than professional.
You're such a seductress. How could I ever leave you all by yourself?
A jealous empress and a corrupt official, the classic recipe for a corporate coup. I need to watch my back before they decide I'm an unnecessary overhead. Tension is high. Xiao Yangzhi is frisking the prince like a paranoid guard.
Brother, you don't suspect I'm hiding weapons, do you?
The air in the room just turned to ice. One wrong move, and this whole brotherly reunion is going to turn into a hostile takeover. Then came the inevitable sports day from hell. Xiao Yangzhi realized he can't shoot an arrow to save his life, and the Hanxi festival is only 3 days away. Suddenly, the mighty emperor is begging his auntie for a lifeline.
I've always failed at sports. When the time comes, I won't be shooting arrows. They'll be shooting me. Auntie, please save me.
He's groveling. Time to negotiate a bonus. I don't work for free. The match is a cover. The prince is suspicious and insisted on helping me dress.
Imperial brother and I grew up together. We've shared bathhouses and scrubbed each other's backs. I haven't seen you in years, but you've become quite distant.
Xiao Yangzhi is sweating bullets while I'm trying to keep a straight face. If Jingji sees that my body is actually my body, the whole merger is going to collapse. Jingji is publicly shaming the emperor. It's a classic power move.
Imperial brother, is your bow perhaps too heavy to lift? Do you need your brother to give you a hand?
He's proving the emperor is weak. Xiao Yangzhi is barely holding on. The pressure was too much. He missed and caused a disaster we can't afford.
Be steady. Stay calm.
He's panicking about his skincare while the prince is ready to seize the throne. Men in their vanity, it's the same in every century. I couldn't let that smug prince win the day and the narrative. I stepped up, taking control of the situation. If the emperor can't shoot, the consort certainly can. I raised the stakes to a winner-takes-all final shot to shut him up.
The imperial consort is looking fierce, while Prince Xiao is determined to win. Now, what will happen with this final arrow? Let us watch the final shot.
One arrow to decide the fate of our entire operation. It's the ultimate high-stakes pitch, and I never miss a closing. I pulled the string, aimed with CEO precision, and let it fly. Bullseye. The yellow team wins, and the prince's ego takes a massive hit. We survived this round, but the victory feels like a temporary fix.
A perfect 10. Yellow team wins.
We won the match, but I caught Xiao Yangzhi and the prince sharing a look that wasn't about archery. One of those two plotting behind my back. This merger is getting messy, and I think I'm the only one playing by the rules.
Flowers for a beauty, a lovely moon for a perfect night.
The prince cornered me with a sword. Talk about a hostile workplace. Pointing a blade at me is a breach of protocol. Showy swordplay doesn't impress me. Confrontation. Xiao Yangzhi stepped out to remind his brother who's the CEO.
Forget that brother nonsense. What are you doing here this late at night?
The air was thick with sibling rivalry and potential treason. If I didn't step in, this late-night meeting was going to turn into a PR disaster we couldn't spin. I dragged him away. Impulsiveness is a cost we can't afford here.
Why are you pulling me? I'm going to see the queen. You can hang out with whoever you want.
He was acting like a petulant intern. I had to shut him down and get us back to the safety of our quarters before the prince started asking more questions. I found a fraud in the servant quarters. Poor Ayu is being scammed.
The doctor said, we need century-old ginseng to save her life. But my salary isn't even enough for porridge.
I watched from the shadows as he squeezed every last cent out of her. It was a classic romance scam, and my loyal assistant was the perfect mark. I gave Ayu a reality check. This wasn't love, it was an asset grab.
He casts a wide net, picks a target, and uses your money to fuel his backup plan. This is a classic romance scam.
She looked devastated, but in business and in the palace, the truth is the only thing that keeps you solvent. Unfortunately, some people prefer the lie. My move led to a breach. The emperor noticed I'm gone. Crisis mode.
Bad news. Noble consort has vanished.
His panic was visible. It's funny how people only realize your ROI when you're no longer there to manage the daily operations. I got kidnapped. This guy tried to intimidate me, but I've handled worse.
I don't care who you are. Speak up. Who sent you to seduce the emperor?
I wasn't about to give him a straight answer. If he wanted a confession, he'd have to pay a much higher premium than a bit of rough handling. I started stalling for time. Back at the palace, the search turned up a piece of evidence that made everyone think I was already written off. Finding my golden phoenix hairpin in the garden was like finding a company logo in a pile of rubble.
Consort your ladyship, consort your ladyship.
Xiao Yanji looked shocked. He knew I was in trouble and forgot himself. In the dungeon, Ayu was ready to sacrifice herself for me. I had to remind her that every life has value. In my world, everyone is an equal stakeholder in their own future.
Everyone is born from their parents. Everyone is equal.
I was trying to keep her calm while I planned our exit strategy. We weren't going down without a fight, but I needed a better pitch to get past Heisangshou. I had to negotiate. I spun a tale about being a secret agent.
He wants to move to the capital to work as a public servant.
A public servant? It was the most boring cover story I could invent. But in this palace, boredom is the best shield. I was hoping he'd find the paperwork too much of a hassle to kill me over. Negotiation failed. He's looking for blood. I can't audit my way out.
You! Don't! Stay back! No!
Hostile takeover. I need a miracle. Rescue arrived. Xiao Yanzhi was a leader. Threat neutralized, but the audit continues.
Look up.
Mastermind still here. Hostile takeover coming. Who's pulling the strings?
It was Her Majesty. The Empress made me do it. Her Majesty said, I just needed to lead the consort to the royal garden. I had no idea the Empress would be so ruthless. Your Majesty, mercy. Consort, please have mercy.
I knew there was a mole in the organization, and it turns out the Empress's personal intern, Ah Cheng, was the one leaking our trade secrets. We caught him red-handed, and now it's time for a performance review he won't survive. He's desperate to cut a deal, but in this palace, treason is a non-negotiable termination. Xiao Yangji didn't even blink. He ordered the guards to liquidate this liability immediately. Watching him handle the situation, I realized he finally found his backbone, even if it took a kidnapping to find it.
A few days ago, when I saw you, with that flashy prince, I was furious. So I ignored you for 2 days. I didn't expect it would cause such a huge mess.
After the execution, the air between us was thicker than a bad quarterly report. Xiao Yangzhi was acting like a petulant CEO who just found out his favorite secretary went to a rival firm. I decided to audit his feelings. He's trying to play it cool, but his ego is bruised. I couldn't help but tease him. For a man with a harem of thousands, he sure is sensitive about one modern woman's social life. No time for romance. I'm handling the Empress directly for what she did.
This slap is for the innocent tortured AU. This slap is for those loyal who lost their lives for you.
I slapped her twice, and it felt better than hitting a sales target. She was shocked that a mere consort would dare to touch her. But I'm not just a consort, I'm the one managing her downfall. He was ready to fire her, but she dropped a bombshell.
No, my lord. For the sake of our time together as husband and wife, please give me another chance, I beg you. You can cast me aside, but you can't cast aside your own child.
Pregnancy? A major claim. Xiao Yangji looks like he saw a ghost. Once we were back in private, the real interrogation began. I needed to know if Xiao Yangji had been doing some unauthorized overtime with the Empress. Given our soul swap situation, this was a logistical nightmare.
Tell me, did you and the queen actually do that?
He says it's a mistake, but she's specific. Is his body acting alone? Her story doesn't add up. I found the truth, and it's scandalous.
Who?
The Grand Secretary? They're staging a takeover with a fake heir. Xiao Yangji wanted to try some ancient version of a DNA test, but I had to remind him that science isn't exactly advanced in this era. We can't wait 9 months for a paternity report. We need to liquidate this threat now.
The Empress is with child, a true blessing for our nation. I bestow a pair of South Sea pearls, wishing the Empress and the heir eternal fortune.
He really is an idiot sometimes. I decided to take the lead. If we can't prove the baby isn't his yet, we'll make the Empress confess her own fraud in front of the whole court. At the grand banquet, everyone was busy sucking up to the pregnant Empress. I decided to bring a special whistleblower to the party, a parrot I've been training in the art of corporate sabotage.
This is a vermilion-crested auspicious bird presented as a tribute from Western regions. It symbolizes great luck and longevity.
The bird was doing a better job than a private investigator. The Empress was losing her cool, and the Dowager was starting to look suspicious. The seeds of doubt have been planted. Xiao Yanji is using psychological warfare on Zhang. The man is sweating.
Our Empress, now that she is pregnant, is truly charming in her own way. A pity, though, she cannot be intimate with me now. Our Empress is tough on the outside, but inside, she is quite soft.
He's describing the Empress in ways only a lover or a very observant husband would know. Zhang Zhongliang looked like he was about to have a heart attack right there on the palace floor. The finishing move, the overflowing garden tea. The parrot provided the punchline.
This tea is called the overflowing garden. When a garden overflows, the branches lean over the wall.
Zhang Zhongliang practically tripped over his own feet trying to leave. He's spooked. When a conspirator panics, they make mistakes, and I'm ready to audit every single one of them. Sure enough, Zhang ran straight to the Empress to complain. The two of them started arguing like business partners whose joint venture is about to go bankrupt. Zhang is worried about his neck, and the Empress is worried about her throne.
Don't be like this. Chun'er never shared a bed with the Emperor. There's only you in Chun'er's heart.
It's beautiful to watch. They're turning on each other. Zhang is trying to play the victim, but the Empress knows she's the one holding the most liability. They're both trapped in a fraud of their own making. To finish them off, we staged a grand performance. I played the role of the jealous, spurned consort, smashing antiques to make the Empress believe she'd successfully driven a wedge between me and the Emperor. It was an Oscar-worthy display of fake instability.
She's here, she's here. That's expensive.
She fell for it.
Instead of waiting for them, we should strike first.
The Empress thinks she successfully closed the deal and secured her market share, but she has no idea I'm already preparing the final audit of her crimes. Xiao Yangji and I are tired of playing defense. It's time to stop reacting to their hostile takeovers and start our own aggressive expansion. My plan isn't exactly a textbook strategy, but it's the kind of wicked disruption this palace deserves. If they want to see us falling apart, we'll give them a front row seat to the performance.
Guardling, you work so hard to protect His Majesty. I made this sachet myself to keep you and the Emperor safe and sound.
I started by dangling a little bait. I approached Guardling right where the Empress's spies could see me, handing him a sachet I'd specially prepared. In this corporate culture of gossip, a simple gift is a major data leak. She took the bait. Now she thinks she can liquidate me.
That little tramp. She has the Emperor's favor. Yet she dares to seduce Guardling. Fine. You want to be loose? I'll make sure you regret it.
Zhang Zhongliang is usually more careful with his investments, but even he couldn't resist the prospect of my total ruin. They're walking right into the trap I've set. A few days later, the Emperor showed up with a peace offering, a bowl of 8 treasure soup. It's the oldest trick in the HR handbook. Act like a sister before you stab them in the back. I knew it was poisoned, or at least drugged, but I decided to play along and accept the delivery.
Sure thing, pal. I mean, good sisters. Bottoms up.
I faked a collapse. They think they won, but it's my script.
Luck is on my side. If the Emperor hadn't sent Guardling to deliver things today, I wouldn't have found a chance to strike.
The Empress wasted no time bringing the Dowager and Xiao Yanji to my palace, putting on a performance of shocked morality. She claimed she saw Guardling stumbling into my room for an indecent meeting. It was a bold move, but a poorly researched one.
When I just passed by Noble Consort's palace, I saw Guardling stumbling and drunk into Noble Consort's palace. I also saw them acting indecently together.
Xiao Yanji played his part perfectly, acting outraged while the Dowager prepared to fire me on the spot. Trap shut. I'm fine. Xiao Yanji turned the tables on her.
I think you have a death wish, daring to toy with me and the Empress Dowager.
She's begging for mercy. What a cliche frame-up. Low budget.
Empress, my lady. Quite a setup you had. But this act of yours, isn't it a bit too cliche?
She faked pain, using her pregnancy as insurance. The Dowager won't liquidate that.
Hurry, call Imperial Physician. Empress, call Imperial Physician.
Back in private, Xiao Yanji was fuming. That cunning woman used an unborn child to escape justice again. But I reminded him that we have the real evidence now. This time, we're going for a total bankruptcy of their entire operation.
I've already obtained the ultimate evidence. This time, Empress and Zhang Zhongliang are finished.
At the grand prayer ceremony, we decided to provide the entertainment. Xiao Yangzhi arranged a play that was a thinly veiled audit of the Empress's fidelity. I watched Zhang Zhongliang's face turn ashen as the actors started asking the million-dollar question.
Speak. Whose child? Is this exactly?
Xiao Yangzhi doubled down. Divine punishment is coming for the wicked.
Mother, this play is titled Family Laws, meant as a warning to all that the bloodline cannot be faked, and the wicked will surely face divine punishment.
Zhang scrambled to leave. He's running straight into our final trap.
Majesty, I ate something this morning, and my stomach is acting up. I beg leave to excuse myself.
Panic. They realized the performance was for them all along.
Don't you see it? That performance was clearly for us. The Emperor already knows.
They tried to stage a hasty exit from the capital, but we were already waiting at the gates. Xiao Yangzhi blocked their path, ending their elopement before it could even start. I stepped forward to call out their final, desperate attempt at a merger.
Your Majesty. Her Highness and I were.
The audit went public.
Empress Lady Min committed adultery with Grand Secretary Zhang Zhongliang, faking the royal lineage. You will pay with your whole family's lives.
The nanny flipped. The Empress murdered a maid out of jealousy. No loyalty here.
Nanny, your ladyship. I don't want to be ruined. If you're looking for blame, blame your face, which offended Empress your ladyship. That maid was a very close friend of mine. Just because Grand Secretary looked at her once, Empress your ladyship ended her life.
I told the Empress to her face, when you treat people like garbage, don't be surprised when they take out the trash. Xiao Yangzhi wants the embezzled millions back. Deep dive interrogation begins.
Mother, Zhang Zhongliang stole millions of dollars, and the funds are missing. I ask you, Mother, to spare them for now. Once the money is found, it won't be too late to deal with them.
Zhang threw the Empress under the bus. I made sure she heard his betrayal.
Your Majesty, it was the Empress. It was the Empress! She seduced me. Yes, it was her. She came on to me. The money, all that money, she was the one who made me take it. The ledger. There is also a ledger. Right, the ledger is in her palace. Search it and you'll see.
I reminded her of her child. Staying alive is her only way to atone.
Your Grace, only by staying alive can you atone for your sins. For the sake of your baby, start your life over.
She's retiring to pray. Rivals cleared, but new predators are coming.
Thank you, Your Majesty, for sparing my life. I will spend the rest of my days in prayer for the sake of Your Majesty and the lady consort.
The Dowager is silent. Is she planning her own takeover?
Now, this is revenge.
The Dowager's silence was just a market correction before the crash. While she's busy hedging her bets and plotting a hostile takeover, I'm stuck in this Emperor's body, dealing with Xiao Yangzhi's constant need for emotional validation. This man's idea of revenge is as dramatic as a failed IPO. He thinks he's being clever, but in this corporate Game of Thrones, he's still an intern. I don't do revenge. I do strategic restructuring. If he wants to play this game, he better be prepared for the final audit.
Noble consort has huge ambitions. The Empress's seat has only been empty for a few days, and you're already studying the palace regulations?
The Dowager is unhappy. She sees me as a threat to her stake. She knows I want the chair. Tension is high. I need the Empress title. I baited Xiao Yangzhi into surrendering.
The lady consort has lost 3 cities. You're a bit distracted.
The deal is closed. No taking back the move. Even the palace staff can see that the Emperor has officially fallen into my trap. Love is just another form of negotiation, and I just won the controlling interest. The Dowager is ready for a coup. She's liquidating us for her son.
I'm tired of acting. I've waited 10 years and played this role for 10 years. This play of devoted mother and son, I've had enough of it.
She's decided there's no turning back. The mask is off, and the palace is about to face the most aggressive hostile takeover in its history. I need to prepare my defense strategy before the market opens tomorrow. Ministers are melting down. They underestimate my track record.
Your Majesty, Lady Li is just a lowly servant. With such humble origins, how can she be the mother of the nation? What's wrong with humble origins? Who says an empress must be noble-born?
Xiao Yangzhi fired back with the authority of a true chairman. He told them to stop meddling in his family business. It was a bold move, but in this palace, every promotion comes with a price. The Dowager staged a PR disaster, threatening suicide to stop me.
A woman meddling in politics will ruin the country. If you insist on making her empress, then let her walk over my dead body to get there.
Chaos. The chain of command broke. Xiao Yangzhi is cornered. Xiao Yanji folded and swore an oath. Merger blocked.
Fine. I swear, if I make Lady Li Empress, then for eternity, may my name be cursed.
The Dowager walked away with a win, leaving Xiao Yangzhi shaken. He's starting to realize that his mother is his most dangerous competitor. I need to find a way to bypass this legal hurdle before we lose everything. Espionage. Xiao Yangzhi isn't her son. He's just a placeholder.
Look at this. In the 9th year of Yonghe, Empress Xiaozhen passed away. The emperor was heartbroken and entrusted his legitimate son, Xiao Yanzhi, to the care of consort the Liu woman.
He was just a tool for her to climb the ladder, and now he's a thorn in her side. The reason she hates him so much is because he's a living reminder of the son she lost to exile. This isn't just a family secret. It's the key to her total bankruptcy. Act like a CEO.
I'm doomed. I'm doomed. I'm doomed. We're in big trouble.
He's terrified because the prince is a master of martial arts, but I reminded him that we don't have time to be picky about the script. We either fight for our market share or we get liquidated. We needed our original bodies back to handle this crisis, and according to the cliches, a kiss is the standard reset button. It was the most awkward technical glitch I've ever experienced. We were both first-timers in this particular body swap procedure.
Well, it's my first time too.
We tried the drama approach, but the system didn't reboot. Nothing changed. I guess real-life magic has more bugs than the drama suggest. We're still stuck in the wrong hardware, and the deadline is fast approaching. Next stop, the red light district to research better body swapping techniques. But instead of answers, I almost got my identity leaked. A courtesan named Liu Xiying started getting way too hands-on and noticed my distinct lack of an Adam's apple.
Little girl, playing dress-up as a man is no fun.
I was sweating bullets while Xiao Yanji just stood there making jokes about the heat. We had to make a hasty exit before the whole brothel realized the emperor was actually a woman in drag. Talk about a close call with HR. Killers surrounded me. I called out their boss. They used a Trojan horse.
There are only so many suspects, it was easy to figure out. The brothel beauty, she's one of yours too, isn't she? With the knockout drugs in her hand?
I told them their little setup was too cliche. They thought they had me neutralized with knockout drugs, but they underestimated my ability to stay sharp under pressure. I've dealt with worse sharks in the boardroom. Suddenly, Xiao Yangji showed up, trying to play the hero despite having zero combat skills. He announced himself as the emperor, which is a great way to get killed when you don't bring an army. He realized he was outnumbered and started screaming for backup like a desperate intern.
Guards! Guards! Protect me! Guards! 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 Guards!
Disaster rescue. I untied myself. I'll do it myself. The killers didn't give up easy. As we were trying to make our escape, one of them launched a sneak attack. In a rare moment of actual bravery, Xiao Yanji took the hit for me. He actually blocked a poison dart with his own body.
If I were done for, wouldn't you be a widow?
He was bleeding and the poison was already working, but he insisted he was fine. We managed to retreat, but the cost of this mission was getting way too high. My professional distance was starting to look like a bad investment. I bandaged his wound. He's joking about widows. His ego is untouched.
If I were done for, wouldn't you be a widow?
He told me that seeing me get hit would have hurt him more than the poison. It was a cheesy line, but in that moment, I couldn't help but feel a shift in our partnership. This isn't just about survival anymore. It's getting personal. Poison took hold. Xiao Yangji collapsed. My CEO is down.
Xiao Yanzhi, you?
He's unconscious, and the rebellion is at the gates. If he doesn't wake up soon, this whole empire goes into total liquidation. I've spent my life managing crises, but how do I manage a kingdom when the emperor is dying in my arms? This is a hostile takeover I might not be able to stop.
Where did you go? I thought... Xiao Yanzhi, I like you. I like you so much. If you want me to like you for a long time, then you'd better stay alive. Do you hear me?
He was unconscious, and I thought the empire was finished. But then, the technical glitch finally resolved itself. We're finally back in our own hardware, and I realized I wasn't ready to lose my favorite business partner just yet. I saw him standing there and just grabbed him, hugging him like he was the last profitable quarter I'd ever see. He was playing dead just long enough to give me a heart attack. I guess even a CEO needs some emotional validation sometimes.
I don't care. Who said you could leave me? How dare you leave me behind? This is your punishment.
Once the initial shock passed, I realized he ditched me to play general while I was busy worrying. My relief turned into a performance review he won't forget. I started hitting his chest, venting every bit of frustration I'd saved up during our body swap nightmare. He needs to learn that in this partnership, I'm the one who sets the travel policy. Scale up.
Your Majesty. Your Majesty. Turn around. Yes, sir. I'm late to your rescue.
The board meeting was about to get very physical, and we were finally bringing the heavy hitters, village leads. They're hiding something.
Coffee officers. What are you doing?
Their poker faces were terrible. Xiaoyanji called them out before they could even finish their script. Ambush, surrounded by killers.
You filthy emperor. You escaped last night. But surprisingly, today you walked right into my trap.
The competition was playing dirty, and I realized our survival strategy needed a major pivot. Chemical warfare, pepper powder in their faces, ultimate disruption.
I am so sorry to all you chickens. I am so sorry. Be careful.
Who knew kitchen supplies could be so effective for crisis management? We needed to move fast before they recovered. While we were fighting for our lives in the field, the Dowager was purging the headquarters. She caught the interns I left in charge and was ready to liquidate the whole operation, ordering the guards to grab them.
Those two are spies for the rebels. The true emperor has already been finished off by them.
She was selling the lie that the real emperor was dead, trying to tank our stock before the market even opened. Grand entrance. Her victory turned to bankruptcy.
You? You aren't gone?
The audit is finally here, and I'm the one holding the ledger. Confrontation. He's facing a united front.
Xiao Jingzi. If you don't surrender now, I won't be merciful.
He thinks he can still win, but his business model is fundamentally flawed. Brutal audit. Their investment went up in smoke. Coup over.
My son, don't beg them for mercy. You haven't lost. Xiao Yanji. Even if it ruins me, I won't let you succeed.
The true heir?